Professor Saab has in the field of psychology, has tutored in fact and has given lectures in the field of psychology, emotional intelligence, mind matrix and other subjects, and he is presently supervising 60 persons for a PhD program. So without wasting any more time, let's go on to Professor Saab. A very warm welcome. Assalamu alaikum, Professor Saab. And I know Professor Saab is absolutely dynamic when it comes to his teaching abilities, because I've been a student of his about 9 years ago, and it was fantastic sitting through the entire duration of, I think it used to be a 2-week hypnotherapy. Professor Saab, tell us the very normal question I'm sure aapko log poochte honge. How and why did you get interested in the mind?
I was born in a very good middle class family. I had everything to my disposal, good schooling, good parents, enough for everyone. Somehow I was the odd child. I was a rebel child.
Okay.
And there were questions that I used to ask my friends, my teachers, my parents, for which there were no answers. And the questions were very strange and weird. And this happened from a very early age. And I used to be very frequently sick. A time came when I was about 16 years old when my parents started wondering if something is wrong with this child. I was not interested in the regular studies or curriculum in schools. I felt that this was not giving me a kind of a direction in life.
आप hyper थे, हम जैसे बच्चों को कहते हैं ना कि hyper बच्चे हैं, always seeking answers.
I used to look at the stars in the night and wonder how can I reach there, very crazy stuff. And when I was 16 years old, it was that time when one of my uncle in Bombay, I was visiting Bombay, took me to a place called the Yoga Institute.
Okay.
And there I met a person by the name of Shri Yogendra ji.
Okay.
And he was the person who changed my life, because the first lesson that I learned from him was that instead of seeking answers outside you, try to go inwards.
Okay.
And everything that you need, everything that you seek, everything that you want to know is within you. So that was the man who made me go inwards, and from that time onwards my life changed, and I had a particular purpose, I had a particular direction, I know what my destiny was, and here I am.
You've mashallah done great, and like I just said to our viewers, you have many students all over the country who attend in very large numbers your different programs which you offer. And I think, once a person has attended your programs, whether it's on hypnotherapy, 4th dimension, Silva, Reiki, you come out of that hall or from that building feeling very positive about yourself. But ye bataiye, the Professor Saab ke neuro-linguistic programming jo hai, how can this skill be applied to bring out the best in oneself? I mean, to apply your mind or your genius, call it whatever, to achieve results, and at the same time understand the needs and requirements of society. That is, how do we become better human beings, in other words?
See, any kind of learning that motivates a person to improve oneself is definitely very fruitful and very beneficial. Now, NLP is a program developed in the early 70s by two people, Dr. Richard Bell and Dr. John Grindler. And the
in the United States.
And the purpose of developing this program was they found some individuals in different fields exceptional.
Okay.
If a therapist is able to cure his patient in 2-3 sessions, why is it that most therapists need 6 months to 1 year?
Exactly. Okay. This is in fact going to be a question.
This is what they started studying people, and they realized that some highly successful people in every walks and fields of life had a certain structure. They had a certain pattern of thought, they had a certain belief, they worked in a different way. So they tried to understand how those people were able to achieve level of excellence which most could not.
Okay.
And they got a certain strategy. And they started applying those strategy on a common man, and the common man was able to give the same result as the most successful person. And this went on, and now it's a very highly acclaimed program in the world. People like Tony Blair and Nelson Mandela Agassi, they have done it, and they have found that by doing this, in fact, when Bill Clinton became the President of the United States the first time, he was advised by one of his advisors to do NLP, and he did NLP. Because he had to communicate with people, and NLP is an excellent program which teaches you how to communicate with yourself as well as with others.
So obviously, when you're communicating well within yourself, when you're a happier person within yourself, you come out as a happy and positive person to the person you are communicating
also
with.
a lot of psychological problems that we seem to have either inherited or are a byproduct of the fast pace of life. They have an origin in the mind, in the thought pattern.
Absolutely.
If you can understand how your mind learned to fear something, then your mind can also unlearn
that fear.
Or a behavior.
Exactly. ये बताइए NLP में कहते हैं कि नॉन वर्बल लैंग्वेज भी बहुत इस्तेमाल और वो भी एक इंसान पहचान सकता है.
The strange thing is, you see, in a